What's up, everybody? Jesse James here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode. Thank you guys for being here. So I've noticed that there's been a trend going around for the past couple of years, and it's kind of this trend of people switching from the mindset of how can I get a job to how do I start a business? And a lot of this kicked up because people started watching other people open up, different types of like seemingly simple online stores, such as, drop shipping stores, Shopify stores, and they just made it seem so simple. Now, there are a lot of pros and cons to doing so, but I can tell you right now, you probably won't be successful unless you nail down the business basics, just the absolute basics of what it is. So with that said, we're gonna go ahead and look at the basics for starting a business, just some simple, easy steps that will really carry through any business that you decide to start. And hopefully by the end of the video, you're gonna have a good enough grasp of these concepts to go out and start your own company. Now, the first thing that you should do if you're starting from scratch is find a problem that needs to be solved. This is called finding a pain point. And if you can find a certain pain point to fix, you can then craft a business around that pain point and around fixing that. And then that's kind of a good solid, kickoff to your business. And to give you an example of this, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about one of the first businesses I ever came up with. Now, I'm not telling you to do this, I'm just telling you this is what I did. I'm not saying that you should go out and do this by any means, okay? So when I was 16, the school that I went to, it actually had a contract with Coca-Cola. So all the vending machines down in the cafeteria had Coke products in them. And so that meant that you couldn't get any Pepsi products at all, and more importantly, you couldn't get Mountain Dew. And so all my friends, we loved Mountain Dew. We drank it all the time. So what we would do is we would go down to the gas station. We'd drive off campus and we'd go down to the gas station. We'd pick up some Mountain Dew. It was usually more expensive down there. And then we'd bring it back and we'd drink it there. And we would do this at lunchtime all the time. So as a young me, I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to go down to the grocery store. I'm going to pick up a 12-pack and I'm going to put it in my locker. I found a pain point that I had. Which actually leads me directly into step 2, which is solve the problem. Now, I solved this by going out there and purchasing what they wanted, and so that was solving the problem for me. But this can be applied to any business out there. As long as you have a problem that needs to be solved, you can now go ahead and then solve that problem, and that's the start of a business. Now, I don't want you to get overwhelmed with this. I don't want you thinking that you have to craft out your entire business plan, that you have to go out there and hire employees and get every minute detail figured out. All you're trying to do is come up with something that is a minimum viable product. That's all it is just a proof of concept out there that it works. Now, for me, that was going to the store and buying a 12-pack of Mountain Dew. And then, I went back and I said, hey, do you guys want to buy this off me? Do you guys want to go in on it? And they said, absolutely. And it just sold out instantly. So I had a proof of concept at that point. And so once I had a proof of concept, I could actually go into step number 3. And step number 3 is actually really important because it's smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Sorry, I had to say it. Actually, step number 3 is make your business profitable. Now, I know some of you might look at it and go, hey, you actually don't have to be profitable. You should just grow the business, let the profitability come after, look at Amazon, and you wouldn't be entirely wrong. But the fact is we're starting from scratch. We're starting from small. And to begin a business like this, you need to make sure that you can be profitable. You might give away free samples or something like that. That's not, are you profitable? It's, can you be profitable? Now, when you go out to be profitable, you need to actually balance, the demand for your solution with the price for your solution. So that just becomes a balancing act. You can go ahead and cut costs on everything and just try to gain as many customers as you can, making like 1 cent or 2 cents off of every single person on there. But if you gain 1 million people, you got a successful business. Or you can mark up the price. You can say, hey, I'm going to charge way outrageous prices, get 1 or 2 customers, and then that's how you do your business that way. Now, for myself, I found that I could buy 2 24-packs down at the store, and this would cost me roughly about $20. So I knew that if I sold every single can that was in there, every single one at 42 cents, I would make my money back. And that's kind of my break-even point right there. And I said, it has to be at least that. I also knew that all the Coke products that they were selling downstairs were for $1. So anywhere between that 42 cents and $1 is kind of my range of where I said, that's where I want to put the price. I would actually sell them for $1 a piece and say, hey, you can pay the same price as that's down there, but you're getting Mountain Dew, that's great. Or you can get 3 for $2, which is actually a cheaper price. So, you're getting what you want as well as it's a cheaper price from me. Now, I kept doing this for a while until I decided to move up to step 4. And step 4 is scaling up your business. Now, truth be told, I didn't actually do much scaling up when it came to that business. I did learn that I could actually purchase in bulk from Costco, and it would bring my costs down a little bit on there, and I could actually keep them in the trunk of my car, replenish them, the ones that I sold in my locker, and then as I sold those out, I would, get them the next day and stuff, so I'd actually do more volume going out, which was great. For you though, when you've actually built a profitable business and you want to start scaling up, you should do so with caution. There are a number of different ways that you can actually get in trouble with this. I mean, you should, if you want to hire employees, if you want to go ahead and buy in bulk, or if you want to get a larger customer or something like that, there's downsides to those as well. You have to pay your employees, you have to pay for the stuff that you're buying, as well as you have to, be able to fulfill on whatever, contract that you have. So as long as you know that you can fulfill that contract, whether it be between you and a customer or you and an employee, whatever it is, as long as you can financially bear that, then you're okay. So basically what I'm saying is that before you decide to scale up, make sure that you can afford it. Make sure that you have enough margin in there so that you can pay an employee to do that job. As well as I'll tell you that employees will never do the job for you as well as you will do the job for you. They're working for usually a wage, and you are working to build a business. And so I'll just tell you that right now. If you're hiring an employee to do the stuff, you can expect some loss in either quality or time or production value or anything like that. But that's something that you have to manage as a business owner. So all of that brings me to step 5. So step number 5 is a bit of a cheesy one. It's enjoy what you do. If you're running this business and you're not enjoying it, it's not going to be sustainable. And another good point is that just because you've, found this idea and found this pain point and you've crafted a business around it doesn't mean that, once you get into the business that you're going to enjoy it. You could all of a sudden say, hey, I really hate doing this and there's no way to scale it up or outsource or anything like that. If that's the case, you probably need to move on to a different business. But if you enjoy what you're doing and you've made it profitable and you've scaled it as much as you can on there and you're really working towards it and you can support yourself on that, congratulations. I mean, it's a great business, and that's just something that's just the icing on the cake. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you've made it this far in the video, comment down below if any business ideas that you have or any questions that you have when it comes to starting a business. I'll go ahead and read them, respond. We can go ahead and have a discussion down there. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.